Hello, I'm Christine Langhrer, the very proud principal of George Lisby Elementary School at Hillsdale. And today I'll be reading chapters 43 and 44 of Escape from Mr. Lemoncello's Library. Chapter 43. Up bright and early in the next morning, Kyle made his way across the rotunda reading room. It was 8:15. The Dewey Decimal doors would open in 1 hour and 45 minutes. The game would be over in less than 4 hours. Kyle was totally pumped. Sierra Russell, on the other hand, was sitting in a comfy chair reading a book. "Hey," said Kyle. "Hi," said Sierra, stifling a small yawn. "Did you stay up all night reading?" "No, I went upstairs around 2, but there was a new stack of books on the librarian's desk when I came down." "Oh, really? What'd you find?" 5 copies of this." She showed Kyle her book. It was The 11th Hour, A Curious Mystery. It's a rhyming picture book about Horace the Elephant's 11th birthday party and the search to find out who ran off with all the food. There are hidden messages and cryptic codes all over the pages. Why is it called the 11th hour? The birthday feast was supposed to take place at 11 a.m., but since somebody stole all the food, Kyle laughed. 11 a.m.! What? The 11th hour, the last possible moment. Kyle nudged his head up at the Wonder Dome. "How much do you want to bet that at 11 o'clock on the dot, the clue we need most of all will pop up in the 300 section?" Sierra smiled. "So this new book is a clue about our clue." "That's my guess." "Did you eat breakfast?" "Not yet." "Well, what are you waiting for?" said Miguel as he strode into the room. "Today's the big day. We're gonna need our energy for the final sprint." "He's right," said Akimi, climbing down the spiral staircase. "The doors open in less than 2 hours. Then we only have 2 more hours to figure everything out." "But," said Kyle to his other teammates, "Sierra just figured out that we'll get the big 300s clue." He gestured toward the picture book. "At the last possible minute." "What?" said Akimi. 11:59? "Close. 11 o'clock. "Awesome," said Miguel. "It must be a very good clue." Kyle and his team went into the cafe, where they found Haley Daly seated at a table, eating half a grapefruit and staring blankly through the glass walls into the rotunda. "Hey, Haley," said Kyle. "How's it going?" "Not bad. You?" "Good. Win or lose, we're having a blast." "We're the fun bunch," said Akimi. "You guys really get along, huh?" "Oh, yes," said Sierra. "I haven't had this much fun since I was 6. "Seriously?" "What's the matter, Haley?" said Akimi. "Life's not so good on Team Charles?" "It's okay, I guess. I mean, we've pulled together some good clues and all." "Well," said Miguel, "if you ever want to switch sides, we're always looking for new members." "Can I do that? Just switch sides? Even though I know everything about what Team Charles did all day yesterday?" "I think so," said Kyle. "I mean, there's nothing about the rules about teams." "Huh," said Haley. "And Andrew's teamed up with you guys too?" "No," said Kyle. Haley nodded toward the wall of windows behind Kyle. "Then why'd he just swipe his library card and go into your meeting room?" Chapter 44. Zipping across the slick marble floor, Kyle and his team, trailed by Haley, practically slid into Community Meeting Room B, where Andrew Peckman stood with a notepad jotting down everything that was written on the whiteboard walls. "Hey!" shouted Akimi. "That's cheating!" Andrew spun around. His eyes were the size of tennis balls behind his goggle glasses. He sputtered. "You guys left the door open." "No, we did not," said Kyle extremely calmly, especially considering how much he wanted to throttle Peckelman. "It locks automatically. I checked." "And I double-checked the door before we went to bed," said Miguel. Kyle was surprised to hear it. "You did?" "You bet, bro. It's what teammates do." They knocked knuckles. Well, you don't have anything but a stupid list of stupid books and stupid authors and a stupid Bible verse. A verse which, boomed Mr. Lemoncello, whose face had just appeared on the video screen wall, you would do well to memorize, Mr. Peckelman. Thou shalt not steal. Mr. Lemoncello was dressed in a curled white wig and a long black robe. He looked like a judge in England. He slammed down a rubber gavel on his desk. It made a noise like a whoopee cushion. Will everyone kindly join me in the rotunda reading room at once? Everybody shuffled out of the meeting room and into the rotunda. They were shocked to see that Mr. Lemoncello himself was seated behind the librarian's desk at the center of the circular room. This was no hologram. This was the real deal. Charles, all smiles, made a grand entrance, slowly descending one of the spiral staircases. Good morning, everyone, he called out cheerfully. What's all the excitement? Did I miss something? Just your man Andrew trying to cheat, said Miguel. What? Oh, good morning, Mr. Lemoncello. I didn't expect to see you here inside the library. Isn't today your birthday, sir? Yes, Charles, and there's no place I'd rather be on my big day than inside a library surrounded by books. Unless, of course, I could be on a bridge to Terabithia. Well, sir, I must say, you're certainly looking fit and trim. Have you been working out? No, Charles, today I will be working in. I beg your pardon? Today I will be working here inside the library, supervising the final hours of this competition. Oh, I don't think it will take hours, sir, said Charles, not to brag, but I suspect some of us will be going home very soon. You are correct. For instance, Mr. Peckelman, he will be leaving right now. What? Whined Peckelman. Why? Because you cheated. You tried to steal the other team's hard-earned information. Peckelman's eyes darted back and forth. It wasn't my fault. It was Charles's idea. He whipped up his arm and waggled his finger. Charles told me to do it. He made me do it. Mr. Peckelman, please approach the bench, which in this case is actually a desk. Let me see the library card you used to gain access to Community Meeting Room B. Somewhat reluctantly, Andrew handed it over. Is your name Sierra Russell? No, sir, Andrew said to his shoes. He stole my card? Said Sierra. She opened her latest book and pulled out the library card bookmark. Whose card do you have, Sierra? Asked Charles. Andrew Peckelman's. Aha, said Charles. He pulled the old switcheroo, huh? Because you told me to, said Peckelman. Really? Charles said, sniggering. How dare you make such a scandalous accusation? Do you have any proof? I don't need any stupid proof. You bullied me into stealing Sierra's card. Mr. Lemoncello banged his gavel again. And thus ends the story of Andrew and the terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. Mrs. Bunny? A hologram of the old lady bunny from Goodnight Moon hopped on top of the librarian's desk. Good night, Andrew, said the bunny. Your time with us is all through. Clarence and Clement, the security guards, appeared and escorted Peckelman out of the building. Sir, asked Sierra, would you like Andrew's library card for the discard pile? No, thank you. That card is now property of Team Kyle. Haley Daly raised her hand. Yes, Haley? Kyle saw her shoot a withering glance at Charles. How may I help you, dear? Asked Mr. Lemoncello. Well, sir, if it's okay with you, I'd like to switch sides. I want to join Kyle Keeley's team. So keep reading and find out which team will win.